So this is basically just a quick info session about the No Excuses Network, what it is, why we started it, and why we're going to continue moving forward with it. So the No Excuses Network, so Samantha and Shauna are both currently in it. We started it back in November. It was called No Excuses November. And it was because we just decided that we wanted to be intentional for a month and see what happened. And OMG, the reason why it's still going is because OMG, the results that we all got, the action that we all took, the realizations, the self-awareness that I think we all discovered about ourselves, I think was really impactful. And so one of the cool things that we did that we've kept going is we have a Marco Polo, which if you're not familiar with that, it's a video app, and you can basically, it's like talking on a Facebook Messenger almost, except it's video and you don't have like 30 seconds and then it cuts you off. Like it allows you to talk and you can share. And so we started that in November, and it became do we have to quit doing this? Can we keep going? Yeah, we can keep going. And so even today we use it and check in with what's going on, what are we working on, what struggles are we going through, what are we celebrating, all that kind of stuff. And so it really has become a really great way to motivate each other, because I think Jennifer was saying it motivates me to hear other people doing something in their business or in their journey, in their life, in their career, whatever. So we keep doing that, and we share all the time, all the good and the bad. I think we did a celebration song, jamming out for Samantha, which was really fun. But we just have a super great time. We're a really fun group of people that are just very supportive. And so the first thing that we do is we have to set goals that scare the hell out of us, plain and simple. And so the worksheet that I sent to all of you has 3 income goals on it. And why we decided to do this was because we have kind of a basic amount of money that you would like to earn, a target amount, and an oh shit amount. Now, the thing is that if you don't want to focus on money, that is 100% okay. You can change that to number of clients. You can change that to number of hours. You can change that to whatever you want. What we encourage, though, is that you want to be able to create something, whatever it is, that's trackable, so that you can actually say, I did this work and I got this result because I did this. And so when we're talking about, I'm just going to use income goals as the example for this, just because it's easy. So the basic amount is like your comfort zone. That's your comfort zone, right? So let's say that your goal for income for the year is $100,000. Let's say that would be like your comfort zone. Maybe 50,000 is your comfort zone. And your target amount, like, ooh, I really want to make $100,000. That's your target amount. Your oh shit amount is what I call way out of your comfort zone. I can't even believe I'm writing this down. What the hell am I thinking? That is the oh shit amount. That is the if I were to reach this, holy F-bombs, I would feel so good about my business. I would feel so good in my career, whatever that is. So typically, when we did November, we just did a month, right? For No Excuses Network, we're kind of doing an annual, like we want to do this for a year and really see what happens when we are intentional for an entire year, because we saw what could happen with being intentional for an entire month. And so for monthly goals, like you could do you know, 10,000 is a target amount, 20,000 is I should say 10,000 is a basic, 20,000 is target, and oh shit would be like 30,000, right? Way out of, for me, that was way out of my comfort zone, right? Like I'm like, ooh, I've never done that before. I've come close, but I've never done that before. So it was things that I wanted to do, that I wanted to challenge myself. If I was intentional, what could I actually accomplish? The next part of that I think is really important is to say, this specifically is what I'm going to do with the money that I earn. Because just to earn it, it doesn't have the same intentionality behind it when you can say that I'm earning this money to do XYZ, right? It could be, I have a kid in college. I would love for him not to have to worry about having student loan debt when he graduates college. So I'd be like, I'm going to pay that off. It could be, maybe you have a credit card that you really want to pay off. Maybe you want to put a down payment on a house. Maybe you really want to go on vacation, right? And so maybe you have a home project that you want to get done. So if you can say, getting a new fence is something that I have been needing to do. And it's like, okay, springtime is finally happening. I could probably actually get a fence now and not have it snow. And so, but Shauna totally is like, we still have snow. Shauna's in Wisconsin, Juliet. So yeah. And Samantha's in Idaho, but Dixie is, her and I we're all Bremerton. So, but I'm like, okay, how much would a new fence cost me? So knowing that, okay, like a fence is going to cost me like between $5,000 and $10,000. Okay, so that's how much I would want to contribute towards that. So knowing what you want to do with the income that you receive is going to be really helpful. And then I always love to add a give back component. So how much money would I want to contribute to a local charity or organization of something that is really close to my heart? So I'm not doing it just for me. I am doing this to give back to my community, and the motivation that comes along with the idea of giving back is so huge. It is very powerful. So I always encourage, when there is something that has to do with earning money, setting aside a percentage or a dollar amount of whatever you earn, you're going to give to charity of some sort, something that means something to you. The next part, we always have to start with our declaration, which is our why. Why do we want to do this? Like, what is it about what we're doing that, why do we want to do this? And what I wrote down back in November, because I'm looking at what my worksheet that I had filled out, was I wanted to prove to myself that I could do hard things, right? I had something to prove to myself. And that if I could focus on the right things, that I could do it, and that I could also motivate other people in the process. So like, that's what I wrote down is why I wanted to do this. One, I wanted to do it for myself, to prove to myself that I could do it. I wanted to be able to help other people along the way, which is why when I do these things, I'm like, I'm doing this for myself. And I'm like, who else wants to come with me? Right? I need to get back on track. Second quarter is getting ready to start April 1st. And I'm like, let's go. Like, I have big goals. And I'm like, I need the accountability. And so I'm like, I know other people need accountability too. So let's just do it together and we can all hold each other accountable. So that is kind of like my why. So I would encourage you to figure out your why. Like, why would you want to take an entire, start month by month? Looking at things for an entire year can be really scary and really daunting. So breaking it down to a bite-sized chunk. So let's just say for April, why would you want to do this? What is going on in your life or in your business that this is something that you need as kind of like a reset button? Or things are not working the way that I want them to, so I need to do something different, right? Because nothing changes if nothing changes. So really giving yourself that permission to say, this is not working. So in order for something different to happen, I got to do something different. And then we have the THINK acronym, which is really all about kind of getting crystal clear on what it is that you want. So the T stands for think about what you want. Be super specific. H is to have a clear description of it. So this is where you could get really specific with numbers, like number of clients. This is where you could get specific about money. I typically focus on number of clients versus dollars. That's me though. If you have any dates that are important, this would also be a good place to record if you have a due date, or like, I want to have this done by this date. Great place to put that in that description. I is to insert gratitude as if you already have achieved that thing. How grateful will you be when you achieve that goal? Mine honestly was that I would celebrate those who showed up. So instead of looking at all the people that didn't sign up or all the people that I didn't get to work with, I was going to celebrate and focus on the people that did show up. So I was grateful for those that showed up, right? I'm going to give them my energy because they're the ones showing up and doing the work, right? And then N is notice what shows up. So when you put out an intention, I don't know why this happens, but anytime you tell the universe, you tell the world, you tell God, you tell whoever, you put it out there, things start showing up for you. And you have to be aware that that thing is showing up because you asked it to. And so when it does show up, it's important that we recognize that it's showing up and that we don't spat it away, that we actually like, okay, so this is happening because I asked for it. So one of the things that happened to me in November was I wanted to get more clients. I had all these things. And all of a sudden I started getting asked to do all these speaking opportunities. And I was like, okay. So it was showing up because I asked it to. It didn't show up as here's a brand new client all the time. It showed up as here's an opportunity to talk to more people in order to tell people what you do and how you can help them. So it's giving you the opportunity to receive what you want, but you have to do the work that goes along with it. You're not just going to randomly get $100,000 in your bank account. You got to actually do the work to earn that, right? So notice what shows up. And then K is to keep moving in faith. And what that means is that it's the belief that it's all going to work out, because we don't know if it is or is not going to work out. We don't know if we make this super huge goal for ourselves, if we're going to actually accomplish it. But you can keep moving forward as if it is happening. That's truly what you have to do, right? And so once we like have this idea of what it is that we're trying to accomplish for the month, for the year, etc., we are then going to next Monday, after we've kind of like figured out all the stuff that we're going to do, we're going to actually put together a vision board as part of our No Excuses journey, is because there's something magical that happens when you can put it all together in one place and being able to just translate those ideas into a vision, something that you can put up on your wall. I don't care if you cut out magazines or if you're making it in Canva, I don't care. But it's something for you to basically put it all together in one place. I know we do vision boards like at the beginning of the year, and I'm saying we're going to do a vision board specifically for this, like no excuses, because there's just something amazing that happens with that. So This was mine. It was very gold and glittery. And I just basically took what I had. I went through my craft box and I had these like little starburst things, and I wrote stuff on them. I said, one of the things I wrote was, I am smart enough to find a way. It is okay to ask for help, and I don't have to be good at all the things. I needed that reminder for myself. Another one was, stress and overwhelm is an invitation to get back into alignment. Another one said, one day or day one, I decide. The other one says, who do you need to become in order to reach your goals? Because what got me here is not going to get me there. I got to learn something new. The other one I wrote was, I have plenty of time. I have plenty of time. And then I wrote, delegate things that do not bring you joy. Right? So those were things that I put on my vision board. Next time I'm probably going to get super picturey, like I want to put more pictures and stuff, but it literally was, what do I have in my house that I went in the closet and found a board, right? I will probably this time actually go out and go to the dollar store and buy a new board and really get fancy with it because I want to this time, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, oh, I'm going to do this for a whole year. So I want to do something that's going to carry me through the whole year. So the other element to this that I'm really excited about is I have some new companion products. And one of them is this deck of cards. So I have a deck of 52 cards for 52 weeks in the year. And I'm actually going to open this pack. They're all shrink wrapped. Where are my scissors? So I have this deck of cards that I created. They're all different, but they are, each one has a growth challenge on it. And the growth challenge is something that you could do to implement into your business. So this one is branding, right? And so schedule a branding photo shoot, right? This one, take a day off. So like something small that you can implement into your business each week. This one is Google My Business, right? And like go in and make changes and updates to your Google page. Yes, Shauna?
Those are really good because I overthink things.
Yeah.
So I'll like, oh, I need to schedule a branding session. And then I'll tell myself in like 2 weeks, oh, you don't need that. Oh, don't do that. So if I give myself a week,
yeah,
and I have to do it.
Right.
I like that. I haven't seen those examples yet. So
yeah.
I
right.
like that.
This one is organize your office and your office, your desk space, make a short video, write a blog post, all things that are small, micro, mini things that you can weave into your business. And basically how I deliver these is I actually am going to be doing audio. So you can listen to it on iTunes or Spotify, whatever. But each Monday you'll get an email that says your new challenge is here, and it'll go along with the card. So the cards will be put in order of how we're going to go, probably alphabetical, just because it makes the most sense. Or I may actually just take how the card deck, how it's already shrink wrapped, and just send it to everybody. And that way it's all like there, because I imagine she put them in whatever order. And so that's probably how we'll do it. But I will send you it'll be information about the challenge, why I want you to do this, and maybe like a little pep talk that goes along with that. So that's one of my superpowers, is to give pep talks. So they'll be like short, 5 minutes or less. Here's what's going on for the week. And then some of the other companion products I have is, if you like to write, I have a planner, and it will allow you to clip the card in the planner and then write on your page for the week, right? The other thing I have is a dry erase board that is customized, and you can actually, it's got the cork board on the bottom, so you can attach your card, and then you can write all of your goals on the dry erase board for the week. I also have these cute little pouches. This one has, but you can hang it up, like, you know what I mean? And so that it's a visual for yourself. So those are some of the companion products that we have to go with the challenge this time. Obviously the companion products are optional, but for the first month for April, what I'm doing is it would be $150. That'll include the cards and a PDF of the planner. If you don't want any companion products, it's $49 a month. And the only reason why it's not free is because if it's free, there's no value and you are less likely to do the things, because when you are paying for something, that skin in the game just makes it you more committed. Really, truly, that's the only reason, is because I want people in the No Excuses Network that are actually going to show up and do the work. I don't care about the money. I care about people showing up and actually saying, I'm here to do this, and I'm here to be a participant, an active participant, and not just to stand by. I'm not interested in standbys. I want people that are, because they're going to motivate me, I'm going to motivate them. We're going to hold each other accountable. And I would rather have active people that are like, yes, I'm in for this, to do this for the long haul, than someone who just wants to, whatever, you know? So that's truly what I'm looking for this next round. And so, Shauna, would you like to share a little bit about, since you've been in it since November, could you share like what has happened for you in your business since you've been doing it?
November was the best. I'm excited to get that excitement back. But I think just realizing, because owning your own business can be lonely sometimes. So hearing stories from other people and even getting ideas from the others, like, hey, I'm having trouble with this, and the stuff that can come to people that aren't in it was really helpful. Yeah, I'm one that needs accountability. So I have hired Elaine and Paige as business coaches, and that's helped me tremendously, because I'll always find an excuse not to do it or to push it off. And so when you have people that are very matter of fact and know you can do this and you will do this, and that's why I'm here, in a very nice, respectful way, it makes a difference. And it's amazing how confidence can kind of sneak in there, and what confidence can do to the universe, because it gives you a whole bunch more. So I have been very abundant with work, and have grown myself and what I know, and confidence was huge because I didn't have a lot of that in the beginning. So, and I've been in business for 4 years and have learned probably more in the last, 6 months than I have in 4 years. So yeah, it's been life-changing.
Yeah. I loved, so Carissa, who is one of the gals in our No Excuses Network, actually shared that she made the most money she'd ever made in her business. Like, she owns a cleaning company, and just by participating in the No Excuses Network and really setting that intention, she blew her income goals out of the water. And I was just like, what? Like, what the hell is happening? But it forced her to do things that she normally would not have done. She would have had a million reasons and a million excuses of why she couldn't do it. I don't have time, yada, yada, yada. Now she has an assistant. Now she has all of these things to help her run her business in a more efficient way. And it's because she set that intention back in November. And when she can make more money, then she has funds to be able to hire help, right? And so what it did was really, all of this stuff magnetized to her because she was intentional about it. And she said, these are my goals. And she shared her goals. And then boom, magical things started happening. And I was like, damn, this is so cool.
And you are who you surround yourself with. So if you're around people that are also really trying to be better than they were yesterday, you also do that for yourself without even knowing it, kind of. So
yeah, because you don't want to be left behind. So you step up your game without even realizing it, because you don't want to get left behind, right? The FOMO is a real thing. FOMO is a real thing. So do you guys have any questions or anything? Because I would love to answer questions if you guys have any. I don't want to take up too much of your time, because this really is not an hour explanation. It's really not.
I did have a quick question about the think. Sorry, I'm talking kind of quiet.
Yeah, that's okay.
When you do you fill out this multiple times, or do you like to think really big and look at big picture?
So you
What's
can
kind of your
yeah, so it really depends. So you could do it monthly, you could do it quarterly, you could do it once and carry that throughout the whole year. It really, so the workbook really is like way more extensive, because that's just who I am. I love to make workbooks and planners and stuff. So the workbook that goes with it is actually quite extensive. And so it's really going to help guide you through what you need in order to carry you through the year. So it has 52 weeks to go with those 52 cards.
awesome.
And so but you can, if you're want to set quarterly goals or you want to set monthly goals, you really get to decide what that looks like for you, and then customize it for your goals and dreams and all that stuff.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
My other question was, so the 40, just to clarify what the 49 per month covers, is it like the cards, or is it more just access to the group? And then cards and things like, I understand that the supplement to the cards is more, but
yeah. So the first month that includes the cards is $150, and that'll get you started. And then thereafter would be $49. If you don't want the cards, then it would just be $49 flat starting April 1st. And then as long as you want to be in it, then you continue paying. If you want to cancel, you can cancel. There's no you have to do this, because I don't want people in it that don't want to do it, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm. So,
and do you have access to, is it just like the Facebook group and the Zoom calls? Is there like a Marco Polo still?
So yep, you would get access to the Marco Polo.
I like that. I love Marco Polo.
Me too. It's very fun. So you get access to the Marco Polo group, and then you would get the audio sent to you every Monday to okay, next challenge is up. And then you could, go into the Marco Polo and say, okay, so this week's challenge is I need to do this. And then you could say, so this is how I'm going to implement that. And then check in with your progress and say, okay, I did it. Yay.
Okay, cool.
Or you can check in about anything, really. Share the good, the bad, the ugly, celebrate. We're all there to support you throughout whatever journey that looks like.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Those are my questions.
Yeah.
I would say back to the time, I really have to, the 1 month in November was perfect for me. So I crossed out annual and just put 6 months, just because I think I'll work better that way. 'Cause if I think too big, I start to lose this little steps that I need to take to get there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I think I'm similar.
Yeah. So it
I
really
almost get too big.
Yeah. So it really is about what works for you. Are you an annual income planner? Are you quarterly? Are you monthly? Are you weekly? You decide what that is for you.
Okay.
Yeah. You decide what that is for you. And then I do have a pay in full for the whole year option, which gives you the cards, the planner, a printed planner, and the dry erase board. And it actually saves you a couple $100. And I think it's $700 for the entire year. So that's the $49 a month plus the cards plus all of that stuff. And then I took some money off of it. So it's you get 4 months free. Okay, so there is that option. You get some bonuses that go with it.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wanted to I put in the chat, but I did my vision board on Pinterest, which was really fun because I like going that way. And then I even going through stuff that I was searching for, I found other stuff that I was like, oh yeah, I got to think about that too. So that's a good
Yes.
place to create.
Yep. There's just so many cool things you can do, right? You could even do it on Canva and then have it printed, download it and have it printed on Costco poster board or something. Oh, wait, I think Costco, their photo department is going away. I'm so sad. So
How's that possible?
I know, I think they're still going to do online printing, but I don't think they're doing in-store printing anymore. So I'll have to order it online and have it delivered to my house, a big giant poster board of whatever I made on Canva, right? Whatever I can do. Like I may do that this round just to kind of have fun with it and see, because I don't have any magazines laying around like I used to. So, Dixie, do you have any questions?
I don't, since I started last time and then dropped out because it was Christmas season. I kind of understand how it works, and I'm sure some questions will come up, but I'll just email you.
Yeah.
Or message you.
Yeah, for sure. So if you guys decide, Juliet, if you decide you want to get started, literally you just go to noexcusesnetwork.com and there's you'll see the options in there to sign up. If you want the cards, if you want this, if you want that, if you just want to do no cards and you just want the to do the monthly thing, there's a little thing in there and I'll send you an invoice. It'll be a recurring invoice. Just because I don't want to upgrade my website just to add a recurring payment on there.
Totally fine.
Yeah, because I have it all like going, damn it, I don't want to do that. There's a workaround. I have workarounds, so I can work around that.
I know I'm interested to do at least the 40, like at least the monthly. Mm-hmm. Like I know I would really benefit from something like this, and it's something I would be really excited about. Plus, I just really, like you mentioned before, Shauna, like it can get kind of lonely, and I'm extremely extroverted. And so when I'm just doing things by myself, it really just is not super.
It sucks.
I don't get a lot of momentum. What?
Can I ask what your business is?
Yeah, so I'm doing financial coaching, but kind of just focusing on helping people like learn how to do day-to-day stuff. I've had a couple clients, but I've just like been dragging my feet because I just get a little too in my head and too many different reasons, but I know that just being engaged with other people will be massive for me.
Massive. Yeah, I think it could be really helpful for you. Just to know that one, you're not alone, right?
Yeah.
And two, it's kind of also like Shauna got business from it, right? Because she's like, oh, I can do logos. And I'm like, wait, you do logos? I need logos, right? And so business, you know what I mean? So there's lots of cool friendships and stuff that can be formed in there as well. And then several of us got to go on our first in-person retreat last weekend.
I saw that. That was fun.
Yeah. So our next one, we're not going to go to Florida in July. I am not doing that because that's just ridiculously hot. So we'll probably stay in Washington or Oregon for the one in July. And then September we'll go to Idaho to support Samantha. And then maybe December we'll go to Florida and go to Disney in December.
Oh my gosh.
I know. So much exciting stuff happening. So just lots of, I don't know. There's just so many. It's just being able to get away and go work and be focused and have time to just, everybody's working, co-working together, masterminding, figuring out all the things. It's just something that just about it that I just like, yep, I just want to capture that and put it in a bottle and do that every month.
Right?
Yeah. I just want to do it every month. So can't afford to do it every month, but I want to. So yeah. Some of those places I was looking at, I was like, okay, that is really out of my financial comfort zone. So that means I'm going to have to sell some tickets in order to pay for that. Cause you know, some of those places were like $1,200 a night.
Ooh.
Yeah, but they're beautiful. So it's like, do you want to go the $300 a night and have a shitty place? Or
I say we just get a tent and go on the beach.
Ooh.
well, you need Wi-Fi, right?
Oh shoot, that's right.
Right. So, but thanks guys for coming on and chatting more about this. And if you have questions or anything, you know how to get in touch with me. So please do. But yeah, I'm just really excited. So how we're going to do it is Monday we'll do vision boards for those that are interested. And then April 1st is a Thursday. So we're not doing a growth challenge on a Thursday, not doing that. So Thursday will be more like, okay, so here's my goals, like sharing of the goals. And then Monday, April 5th would actually start the first growth challenge that would be delivered. So if that makes sense, because I was like, that feels really weird and awkward to start a challenge like that on a Thursday. April Fool's Day. No, we're not doing that. So we'll start it on a Monday like normal people do. And it'll just make it easier for us to track for the week. So yeah.
Well, thank you guys.
Yeah.
Really
thank
appreciate
you.
getting to know this a little better.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks so much for coming.
Yeah, we'll talk to you soon.
All right,
Thanks, Elaine.
Bye.
bye.